We're live, Terry. It's worse than Tuesday when we were literally right underneath of it? Oh, that's weird. And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, on this Friday night. Jesse Ray in with you from Smith Center and Stoddard Family Court as the Smith Center Lady Red and Redmen. Her first home game of the season comes in the last game of the first half of the season before Christmas break. As the Lady Red come into this one 3-1 on the year, 1-0 in Mid-Continent League play. The Lady Plainsmen are 2-3 on the year, 0-2 in Mid-Continent League play. Again, first time the Lady Red and the Redmen are going to be in front of the home fans as they were on the road in night number 1 in Plainville. Then they were in Russell for 3 straight games at the Amos Morris Classic, where the Lady Red ended up finishing 5th in that tournament. The 3 wins for the Lady Red, well, they've all scored 72 plus in all 3 of them. They won over Plainville 83-10. They beat Ulysses 72-24, and they beat Ellsworth 72-39. Their lone loss came to Central Plains 61-57. As for the Lady Plainsmen, they are 2-3 on the year, 0-2 in Mid-Continent League play. As they lost night number 1 in Phillipsburg, 68-43. They lost the opening round of the Purple and Gold tournament in Trico to Hodgman County by 30, 51-21. Then they won 2 straight games. They beat La Crosse 33-27. They beat Victoria 49-34. And then Tuesday night they played TMP and lost to the Lady Monarchs 48-23. So that's how the Lady Plainsmen have got to their 2-3 record. Again, 0-2 in a Mid-Continent League play. As we take a look at the starting lineups here. First for the Lady Plainsmen, it will be number 5, a 5'7" senior, Mackenzie Miltenberger. Number 10, a 5'7" senior, Macy Lamb. Number 22, a 5'6" sophomore, Daisha Allison. Number 24, a 5'8" junior, J.L. Johnson. And number 42, a 5'8" senior, Liberty Booker. The Lady Plainsmen, head coach by Mike Zimmerman. They are again 2-3 on the year, 0-2 in Mid-Continent League play. They average 33.8 points per game, give up 57 points per game. For the Lady Red, they will start number 13, a 5'9" junior, Miley Raby. Number 20, a 5'10" senior, Ashlyn Long. Number 23, a 5'7" sophomore, Dakota Kattenberg. Number 24, a 5'4" sophomore, Cameron Hutchinson. And number 33, a 6' senior, Talon Rentschler. The Lady Red, head coached by Nick Lynn. They average 71 points a game. They're giving up 33.5 points per game. The Lady Red in those home white jerseys, red numbers, green trim. The Lady Plainsmen in their road purple jerseys, white numbers, and the gold trim. As Rentschler will be in the center circle for the Lady Red. It is J.L. Johnson in there for the Lady Plainsmen. The Lady Red will go right to left on your radio dial to start this ball game. Again, both teams finished 5th in their preseason tournaments as the Lady Red in the Amos Morris Classic down in Russell, the Lady Plainsmen in the Purple and Gold tournament in Trigo. The Lady Red and Redmond used to be in that Purple and Gold tournament. Then a few years ago went to that tournament in Concordia, that T-Bird Classic, and then a few years later moved on to the Amos Morris Classic in Russell. That's where they've been the last couple years. As Rentschler wins the tip, but it goes over the head of Cameron Hutchinson out of bounds, and it will be Lady Plainsmen basketball to start the ball game. They go left to right on your radio dial. Lamb inbounds to Johnson. Johnson brings it across to the right wing to Allison, down the Lamb right wing. Back out front, they swing it to Mildenberger. Mildenberger swings it back around to Johnson. She dribbles back out front between the circles, down to the right wing, the Lamb. She's looking. Now she's on the dribble. She'll go out front, hands it off to Allison. Allison right wing. Back to Johnson. Johnson looks to reset things. Out front to Allison. Inside, back out to Johnson. Right wing, three's on its way, and it's good. So the Lady Plainsmen take an early 3-0 lead, 7:19 left to go here in the first quarter. Raby has it to Hutchinson. Cameron back to Miley, right wing. She's going to try to answer to the three. Left that one just short. Rebound put back by Ashlyn Long, and she'll head to the free throw line. First team foul on the Lady Plainsmen. And let's see who they call this one on. It's on 24, J.L. Johnson, her first personal foul. Again, first Lady Plainsmen team foul. Ashlyn Long heads to the free throw line. She was a member of the Amos Morris Classic All-Tournament team last week as she misses her first one. She was joined on there by Miley Raby and Talon Rentschler. So 3 Lady Red players made the All-Tournament team last week down in Russell. As Ashlyn hits the second one, she's got the first point of the ballgame for the Lady Red as they now trail by 2, 3-1. 7:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Full court pressure by the Lady Red. Lamb gives it to Mildenberger. Back to Johnson. J.L. Johnson trapped by Hutchinson and Kattenberg. Kicks it across the court to Mildenberger. 10-second call. Great defensive effort that time by the Lady Red as they forced a 10-second call as the Lady Plainsmen couldn't get it across half court. So Lady Red basketball down by 2, 3-1 with 6:58 left to go in the first quarter. Hutchinson swings it to Raby right wing. Back to Hutchinson left side. Underneath for Rentschler. Tipped out, and Talon tracks it back down though. Back to her pass to Raby. Stolen away by Booker. Liberty Booker hands it off to J.L. Johnson as the Lady Plainsmen bring it back left to right on your radio dial. Back to Booker, to Johnson right side. Johnson letting the offense run through. Looking, gives it off to Mildenberger out front between the circles. Now to Allison left side. Back out front between the circles. Johnson goes to basketball. Under 6.5 to play in the first quarter. Oakley leads 3-1 on a J.L. Johnson three-pointer to start the ball game. Lady Plainsmen with the basketball. Mildenberger finds Johnson. They look inside for Booker. Booker left block, goes to work and good. So Liberty Booker gets on the board, and the Lady Plainsmen now lead by 4. It's 5-1 with 6:05 left to go in the first quarter. Raby down to the right corner to Kattenberg. Dakota pump fakes, drives in. 15-foot jumper, no good. Rebound, fought for, and going to have a foul called here. Foul is on Liberty Booker, her first personal foul. Second, the Lady Plainsmen team foul is Booker and Johnson fighting for that one. Or Booker and Long, I should say, fighting for that one. So 5:59 left to go in the first quarter. 5-1 is the score. Oakley with the early 4-point lead. Kattenberg to inbound for the Lady Red. Goes out front to Long. Ashlyn looking inside, letting the inbounds play work to Kattenberg. Kattenberg's jumper in the paint, no good. Rebounded by Booker, her first rebound of the ball game. Dribbles out of trouble now to Johnson. J.L. Johnson works against Cameron Hutchinson across the timeline with 5:45 left to go. She's in between the circles. Picks up her dribble at the center circle, now to Allison left side. Inside for Lamb. Lamb kicks it out to Mildenberger. Back out front between the circles to Johnson. Johnson lets the offense set up to Lamb right wing. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. 5-1. Oakley leads by 4 over Smith Center here in the girls varsity matchup. Johnson drives in, kicks it back out to Lamb left wing. Left corner goes the basketball to Johnson. She dribbles up to the left wing. Tries to find an opening, and a block going to be called on Cameron Hutchinson. First Lady Red team foul first on the sophomore. 5:18 left to go here in the first quarter. The Lady Red trail the Lady Plainsmen of Oakley 5-1. Ball goes in to Johnson inside for Booker. Left block, and Rentschler's going to get called for the foul. First personal foul on Talon. Second Lady Red team foul. Liberty Booker will head to the free throw line. 5:15 left to go in the first quarter, trying to extend the Lady Plainsmen a 4-point lead. First one's on its way for Booker. It's good. She's got 3. And it's now a 5-point game, 6-1 with 5:15 left to go. Booker's second one good as well. She's got 4 of the 7, and the Lady Plainsmen lead 7-1 with 5:10 left to go. Backside pass to Kattenberg. Kattenberg drives baseline, kicks it back out. Hutchinson left wing, down to the left corner. Kattenberg for 3, no good. It rolls out. Rebound put back by Rentschler, good. Talon's got her first points of the game, and it pulls the Lady Red back within 4. 7-3 with just under 5 minutes left to go. Again, full court pressure by the Lady Red. As the Lady Plainsmen break it to Allison. She's across the timeline, now into the center circle to Lamb. Lamb dribbles all the way to the free throw line, kicks out Mildenberger. They look inside. Stolen away by the Lady Red as Long tipped it into the hands of Raby. Hutchinson drives inside. Her shot no good. Rebound tracked down by Booker. Liberty Booker dribbles out of trouble now to J.L. Johnson. Johnson pushes it up the right sideline, left to right on your radio dial. Back to Booker between the circles. Under 4.5 to play in the first quarter. The Lady Plainsmen lead. Steal by Hutchinson, tipped out by Allison, and it will remain Lady Red basketball. Second turnover of the ball game by the Lady Plainsmen, as the Lady Red now have a steal by Miley Raby and a steal by Cameron Hutchinson as they try to cut into the 4-point Lady Plainsmen lead. So they lead 7-3 with 4:20 left to go in the first quarter. Hutchinson has it between the circles on the inbounds pass. Gives it to Raby, down to Kattenberg, right corner inside for Long. Ashland at the right block, kicks it to the left elbow to Hutchinson. Cameron's shot is no good. Rebound put back by Long, no good. And then it's rebounded by J.L. Johnson. Ashland had the chance, but just a little too much muscle on that one, and went off the backboard in the hands of J.L. Johnson. As Hutchinson tips it out to the Lady Plainsmen. Going to have to reset things here. 4:01 left to go in the first quarter. Oakley leads by 3, 7-4. Mildenberger inbounds to Allison. Allison on the dribble, hands it off to Lamb. Lamb tipped by Hutchinson again, but this time into the hands of Johnson. Johnson tries to find an opening, kicks it out to the left corner. Mildenberger, she'll dribble all the way out front and hand it off to Allison between the circles, who then dribbles down to the left wing. She's looking to pass. Great defensive pressure by Kattenberg. Tipped by Hutchinson into the hands of Kattenberg. Dakota's now on a fast break as she's going to drive in. Right block, gives it over to Raby. Left block up and good. Miley's got her first points of the ball game, and the Lady Red turned the third turnover of the ball game by the Lady Plainsmen into 2 points and turn that what was a 6-point lead at 1 point down to now a 2-point lead. It's 7-5 with 3:18 left to go in the first. As the Lady Plainsmen trapped again, Lamb tipped out by Hutchinson. Rentschler comes away with the loose ball. She'll stop at the left wing, hand it off to Hutchinson. She swings around to Raby inside for Long at the free throw line. Blocked from behind by Johnson. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by the Lady Red. As Savannah Booker comes in, and Carly Cryer also into the ball game for the Lady Plainsmen as Allison and Lambo take a seat. 2:55 left to go in the first quarter. 7-5 is the score. The Oakley Lady Plainsmen lead the Smith Center Lady Red by 2. Booker inbounds to Johnson. Johnson leads the break, and now a foul going to be called on Talon. Her second personal foul, third Lady Red team foul. And that'll send Gracie Kirchhoff to the scorer's table for the Lady Red. And she'll come in for Miley Raby. Mildenberger will inbound. Does so to Johnson. Johnson out front guarded by Kirchhoff. Back to Mildenberger. Mildenberger left wing 3, no good. Rebound fought for, and Kattenberg comes down with it. Dakota leads the break ahead to Rentschler. Talon left hand layup, count the basket. She's headed to the line for an and one. Third team foul on the Lady Plainsmen. And the foul is on Mildenberger, her first personal foul. Going to have a timeout called by the Lady Plainsmen. We'll take one with them as you're listening to Lady Red Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And our next Tech Channel 1. Next Tech Channel 165 and the Smith Center Redmen channel, YouTube channel. So I hope you enjoy what you're watching. If you like what you're seeing, you can send money to Smith Center Junior Senior High School, 300 Roger Barnaway, Smith, Santa, Kansas, 66967. We'll put your money to good use. Thank you, everybody that's contributed in the past. Sherilyn Long, Dale and Audrey Seaman, Neil and Karen Herndon, Theron and Lori Airstape, Dennis and Judy Schmidt. Don't forget, there's going to be there is an auction going on right now. So if you're in Smith Center or the surrounding area and need some desserts or some Christmas presents possibly, I don't know how well they keep, but you can pick up some mighty yummy food. There's a lots of it out there. So go Lady Red. We'll see how Lady Red turn up here. Tied up 7-7. And Home Alone is going to be in December 25th. So y'all come out and call the extension office and get set up for that. Say, hey, I want some food.
7. Looking for point number 5 and to give the Lady Red a 1-point lead, their first lead of the ball game. 2:36 left to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 is our score. Rentschler at the free throw line. It's on its way. That one no good. Rebounded by Booker. As Johnson has it. Picks up her dribble. Guarded tightly by Hutchinson. They get it ahead to Mildenberger. Mildenberger looking to pass off. Gives it back to Johnson. Bounces off her face. Backcourt call. 5th turnover of the ball game by the Lady Plainsmen unofficially here. As Rentschler going to take a seat. Gracie Parsons comes into the ball game for the Lady Red. 2:20 left to play here in the first quarter. We're tied at 7 apiece. Hutchinson brings it up for the Lady Red. Parsons gets it in the left corner. Down to Long. Long finds an opening left block up and good. As all of a sudden, they backed off of Ashland, and she decided, well, I'll just shoot it from here, and she made them pay for it. She now has 3 points, and now Kirchhoff tips it out of bounds, and it will remain Lady Plainsmen basketball. The Lady Red with their first lead of the ball game. They lead 9-7 with 1:59 left to go here in the first quarter. Booker gets it inside, rolls all the way around and in. She's got 6 of the 9, and it ties things back up at 9 apiece with 1:50 left to go in the first quarter. Hutchinson outside to Kirchhoff. Back around to Hutchinson. Hutchinson looks inside, now down to the right corner to Long. Inside for Parsons, tipped and stolen away by Booker. Her second steal and the second turnover of the ball game for the Lady Red. Booker works, now hands it off to Johnson. Lady Red back off, and Johnson brings it across the timeline with 1.5 left to go in the first. We're tied at 9 here in the girls' varsity matchup between the Oakley Lady Plainsmen and the Smith Center Lady Red. As Mildenberger has it, gives it to Booker. Booker looking. Bounce pass tipped out by Kirchhoff, and they're going to say Gracie touched her last. So it is still Lady Plainsmen basketball. So Booker will inbound. Johnson works against Kirchhoff, picks up her dribble. Creer has it. Bounce pass back to Mildenberger. They look for Booker, can't quite get it to her. Stolen away by Gracie Hutchinson. Great effort by Kirchhoff, as Kirchhoff comes away with that steal. Now Hutchinson has it. Hutchinson swings it around to Parsons, inside for Kattenberg, tipped, and again stolen away by the Lady Plainsmen. Their third steal and third turnover of the ball game by the Lady Red. 45 seconds left to go in the first. 9-9 is our score. Johnson has it, picks up her dribble, guarded tightly by Cameron Hutchinson. Creer with it, down to the right or left wing, now to Johnson. Johnson looking, she'll drive inside, and another foul called on Cameron Hutchinson. Her second personal foul, 4th Lady Red team foul. Miley Raby gets set to come back in.
Substitution for the Lady Red, number 13, Miley Raby.
Raby comes back in. Hutchinson takes a seat. 30 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. We're tied at 9 between Smith Center and Oakley. Johnson gets the inbounds pass left wing and tracks it down. Picks up her dribble left side. Now looking to pass off. Gives it to Booker between the circles. Swings around Creer right wing. Back to Booker out front. They swing around to Johnson left wing. 14 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Johnson down to the left corner to Booker. She looks inside for Liberty Booker. Can't quite get it to her. Creer has it. 4 seconds left. Johnson right wing throws it up and going to go out of bounds, but that's how we end the first quarter. We're tied at 9 as the Smith Center Lady Red hosts the Oakley Lady Plainsmen here in a Mid-Continent League matchup. Again, end of the first, tied at 9. You're listening to Lady Red Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And our next Tech Channel 165 in the Smith Center Redmen YouTube channel. Thanks to Terry Long for doing the camera work here. We did do the JV game just because some folks wanted to have it done, so got it done. Like I said, there's going to be Home Alone on Christmas Day. So if you're home alone or just don't feel like cooking, you can call up there to the extension office there in Smith Center and put your name on the list. It's a pickup or a delivery kind of deal. So let them know what you want. It's ham and turkey and dressing and taters and gravy and beans and possibly a yummy, delicious dessert. So let them know what you want and where you live. Go Lady Red.
Center basketball to start.
9-9 is our score here from Stoddard Family Court inside Smith Center High School as the Lady Red, their first home game of the season, as they are hosting a Mid-Continent League rival in Oakley. As the Lady Red with the basketball to start the second quarter again, tied at 9 here. Parsons swings around to Kirchhoff, down to the left baseline to Kattenberg. Dakota drives inside, left block up and good. Dakota gets her first points of the ball game, and the Lady Red now with the lead. As ball is tipped around, still fighting for the basketball. Dakota comes away with the steal, and then she's going to be fouled. That's going to be the 14th foul on the Lady Plainsmen. Booker picks up her first personal foul. Unofficially, 7th turnover of the ballgame for the Lady Plainsmen. 7:35 left to go here in the first half. 11-9, the Smith Center Lady Red lead by 2. Raby picks up her dribble, now to Long, down to the right corner to Parsons. Parsons on the dribble, back out front to Raby. They swing it around to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff, one dribble, back to Raby right side. Raby finds an opening and a late whistle. She's going to get called for the travel. Just the 4th turnover of the half for the Lady Red. 7:21 left to go here in the first half, and the Lady Red lead 11-9. As Creer gets the inbounds pass. Creer back out to Johnson. Tipped and stolen away by Gracie Parsons. Parsons now to Long. They swing it back out front to Kirchhoff. Down to Parsons, inside for Kattenberg. Dakota's turnaround shot in the paint, no good. Fighting for the rebound, Kirchhoff tracks it down. Raby fires up the 3, no good. Rebound 5-4, and Booker tracks this one down. Her 3rd rebound of the ball game. Johnson brings it up the court for the Lady Plainsmen. 11-9, Smith Center leads by 2 with 6:43 left to go in the first half. Creer gives it back to Johnson, back to Creer. She looks inside for Booker, can't quite get it to her. So back out front to Allison, now to Booker. Booker back to Johnson. Johnson guarded tightly by Kirchhoff, picks up a dribble left side. Ball tipped and fighting for the basketball. Bodies hit the court. Raby landed right on top of the ball, and I'm going to say a jump ball called as Gracie Kirchhoff took a shot to the face as she was going for that basketball. Looks like she's okay, though. Again, Raby landed right on top of the ball for the Lady Red. Looks like everybody's up and going, though. So back to action with 6:17 left to go here in the first half. The Lady Red lead 11-9. Johnson picks up her dribble, now to Allison. Allison picks up her dribble, looking. Pass off. Gives it to Savannah Booker in the left wing. Back out front to Johnson. Creer, right side. She's on the dribble, now to Allison, left wing, down to the left corner, Johnson. They leave her open for 3. She makes them pay. Johnson's got 2 3-pointers, and the Lady Plainsmen regain a 1-point lead, 12-11. Now Creer going to get called for the foul, her first personal foul, 5th Lady Plainsmen team foul.
First personal, 15.
5:48 left to go in the first half. The Lady Plainsmen have regained a 1-point lead, 12-11. Kattenberg will inbound for the Lady Red. Kattenberg looking, needs to get it in. Finally goes out to Raby. Miley drives in, leaves off for Parsons at the right block. And a jump ball going to be called as Liberty Booker got her hands on the basketball. This time, Lady Red with the jump ball possession. So 5:43 left to go in the first half. The Lady Plainsmen lead at 12-11. Raby has it top of the key, picks up her dribble, hands it off at to Long, back to Raby. Out to Kirchhoff, inside for Long, tipped around, goes in the hands of Kattenberg. Dakota puts up the shot, no good. It was a little off balance, rebounded by Liberty Booker, her 4th rebound of the ball game. 5:27 left to go here in the first half, 12-11. The Oakley Lady Plainsmen lead by 1. Johnson has it guarded by Kirchhoff, picks up her dribble, now looking to pass off, gives it to Creer, down to the right corner to Booker. And Booker loses it out of bounds. Unofficially, the 9th turnover of the ball game by the Lady Plainsmen. 5:13 left to go here in the first half. 12-11, Oakley leads Smith Center here in the girls varsity matchup by a 1-point margin. Long has it underneath for Parsons. Parsons shot, and she'll head to the free throw line. 16 foul on the Lady Plainsmen, and the second on Liberty Booker.
Fouls on number 42, Liberty Booker. Second personal, 16 at the line to shoot.
So Parsons heads to the free throw line for the Lady Red. Trying to tie things up with the first one. On its way and good. As Mildenberger comes back in for the Lady Plainsmen. Allison going to take a seat. Second one, good as well. So Parsons 2 for 2 that trip. Gives the Lady Red back a 1-point lead. She'll take a seat. Cameron Hutchinson comes back in. 13-12, the Smith Center Lady Red now lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen by 1. Booker to inbound, does so to Mildenberger. Back to Booker, ahead to J.L. Johnson. Johnson triple teamed in the backcourt. Tip, but in the hands of Mildenberger. Picks up her dribble. Now tipped and stolen away by Kattenberg. And then a foul going to be called. 17 foul on the Lady Plainsmen. Fouls on Mildenberger, her second personal. 13-12, the Smith Center Lady Red lead by 1 with 4:51 left to go here in the first half. Kattenberg at the free throw line for 1-1. On its way, good. So she'll get the second into the 1-1 here. Trying to make it a 3-point lead. Cannot with that one. Tipped around. And the last touch by the Lady Red. 4:49 left to go in the half. 14-12, the Lady Red lead by 2. Mildenberger gets the inbounds pass. She's looking to pass off. Gives it to Booker. Back to Mildenberger. Mildenberger to Creer. Creer back to Mildenberger. They pass it ahead to Johnson. Johnson backside pass for Booker. Right block up and good. Booker's got 8 of the 14, and the Lady Red just turned it over. Their 5th turnover of the ball game. Steal by J.L. Johnson. She's trying to dribble out of trouble. Now picks up her dribble. Gives it to Mildenberger. Back to Johnson. Johnson pushes it up the court. Across the timeline. Drives all the way inside. Stops and pops. No good. Rebound by Booker. Put back good. Booker's got 10, and the Lady Plainsmen regain a 2-point lead. 16-14. 4 minutes left to go here in this first half. Hutchinson down to Raby, and Miley going to get called for the travel. That's the 6th Lady Red turnover of the first half. Parsons comes back in. Rentschler comes back in. Raby and Kattenberg both take a seat. 3:54 left to go in the first half. The Oakley Lady Plainsmen, at one point here in the last minute, trailed by 2. Now they lead by 2, 16-14. Creer splits the defense. Now gives it back to Mildenberger. Ahead to Booker. Booker across the timeline. Ahead to J.L. Johnson, left wing. Inside, tipped, and the last touch, they're going to say, by the Lady Red. So will remain Lady Plainsmen basketball. 3:43 left to go in the first half. 16-14. Oakley leads Smith Center here in the girls' varsity matchup. Mildenberger to inbound. Looking, still looking. Now goes out right side to Johnson. Johnson dribbles back out to between the circles. Mildenberger back to Johnson, top of the key, around to Creer, left wing. Johnson with it, top of the key, gets the screen from Booker, dribbles down, gives it to Creer, left corner, back to Johnson, left wing. Booker at the free throw line to Mildenberger, right side, back to Johnson between the circles. Johnson drives in, kicks out Mildenberger underneath for Liberty Booker. Rentschler and Booker fight for it. Rentschler bounces it off of Booker, and it will be a Lady Red basketball. 16-14. The Oakley Lady Plainsmen lead by 2. 3:17 left to go here in the first half. Hutchinson has it for the Lady Red. Around to Kirchhoff, down to Parsons in the right corner. She looks inside, drives in. Wraparound pass for Long on the baseline. No good. Rebound by Rentschler. Turnaround shot by Talon. No good. Rebounded by Long. Now to Hutchinson. To Rentschler at the left block. Turnaround shot by Rentschler. This time good. Cameron Hutchinson gave her the bounce pass. Talon did the rest. And that ball tipped, but into the hands of the Lady Plainsmen. 16-16. Now ball tipped around, and Hutchinson comes away with the steal. And then a foul going to be called on the Lady Plainsmen, their 8th team foul. Foul's on Mildenberger, her 3rd personal foul. Daisha Allison comes back into the ball game. Mildenberger got to take a seat with those 3 fouls. 2:39 left to go in the first half. 16-16 is our score here between the Smith Center Lady Red and the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. Hutchinson looking for her first point, trying to give the Lady Red a lead. It does so with the first one. Cameron's got her first point. Kattenberg comes in. Rentschler going to take a seat. So, 2:39 left to go in the half. The Lady Red now lead by 1, 17-16. Hutchinson's second one, no good. Rebound, fought for, and going to be a jump ball called. So, Lady Plainsmen basketball, 2:37 left to go in the first half. Lady Red leads 17-16. Ball tipped by Parsons. Parsons comes away with the steal. And then stolen away by Bucher. J.L. Johnson has it, trapped by Kattenberg and Hutchinson. Tries to split the defense. Ball tipped by Kattenberg in the hands of Parsons. And Parsons will head to the free throw line. Unofficially 14th turnover here of the half by the Lady Plainsmen. And the Lady Red leads 17-16, 2:21 left to go in the half. That foul is on Savannah Bucher, her 2nd personal foul. So Parsons at the free throw line trying to extend the 1-point Lady Red lead. On its way, no good. Macy Lamb coming back into the ball game. And Bucher takes a seat with those 2 fouls. 2:21 left to go here in the first half. 17-16. The Smith Center Lady Red lead by 1. Parsons getting set for the second one now. It's on its way. That one no good. Rebound tracked down by Creer. Johnson works against Hutchinson in the backcourt. Crosses over. Picks up her dribble. Ball tipped in the hands of Lamb. Lamb looking inside. Nice defensive effort that time by Long. Allison puts up the top of the key 3. No good. And Hutchinson comes down with the rebound, but they're going to call her for the travel. Unofficially, the 8th turnover of the ballgame by the Lady Red. 2:01 left to go here in the first half, 17-16. The Lady Red lead by 1. Creer inbounds to Allison through her hands. Kirchhoff tracks it down. Jump ball going to be called. Lady Red basketball. Minute 58 left to go here in the first half, 17-16. Lady Red lead by 1. Kirchhoff back to Hutchinson. Cameron brings it up the court, right to left on your radio dial. Out front to Kirchhoff. They look in. Now back to Hutchinson, right wing. Hutchinson skip pass to Parsons. Inside for Kattenberg. In the paint. Shot good. Dakota's got 5 all here in the second quarter. And the Lady Red lead by 3, 19-16. Creer picks up her dribble. Tipped and stolen away by Parsons. Her 4th steal of the second quarter. Hutchinson, right block off the glass. No good. And Kirchhoff going to get called for over the back. Her first personal foul, 5th Lady Red team foul.
First personal, 5th team foul.
Minute 28 left to go in the first half. The Lady Red lead by 3, 19-16. Allison has it. Bounce pass to J.L. Johnson. Johnson picks up her dribble. Now bounce pass back to Allison. Allison back to Johnson. Johnson across the timeline to Creer. Creer, right wing with it. Picks up her dribble. Now looking to pass off. Gives it out front to Allison. To the left wing to Lamb. And right into the hands of Gracie Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff now on the fast break. Jump stop, layup, good. And a timeout going to be called by the Lady Plainsmen. We'll take one with them with the Lady Red, their biggest lead of the ball game. They now lead 21-16. You're listening to Lady Red Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And our next channel 165 is Smith Center Redmen channel. Thank you, Jesse Ray, for doing what you do. I'd like to thank Dennis and Judy Schmidt, Dennis and Pam Hutchison, John Overmiller, Berkeley Kim Phillips, Realty One, Sean Phillips, Marion Skipper Marie Overmiller, Larry and Barbara Wilson, Jack and Arlene Ben, Mitch and Tammy Oltis, Carol and Wilma Berry, Ray and Karina Airsnip, Ken and Diane Depper Schmidt, Larry and Judy Burgess, And Laura Burgess, David and Mary Raby at there in Arizona. Curtis and Terry Overmiller, Matt and Alicia Brown. Eldine Holtis and the Holtis boys, Mike Mitch Lyle. And People's Heritage, the foundation for contributions to school and to our channel. Go Lady Red.
Again, the first home game of the season for the Lady Red as Johnson bounce pass across to Creer. Creer on the dribble, gives it back to Johnson in the center circle. Under a minute left to play. Johnson stops and pops, no good. Rebound fought for. Kattenberg comes up with it. Dakota is then going to be fouled. This foul's on Creer, her second personal foul. 10th Lady Plainsmen team foul. And Kattenberg will make the long trip down to the other end to shoot two here for the Lady Red.
Second personal, 10 team foul.
Again, that's on Carly Creer, her second personal. Kattenberg at the line to shoot two. First one's on its way, good for Dakota. All 6 of her points coming here in the second quarter. Helping the Lady Red extend their lead now to 6 as Raby comes back in. Parsons takes a seat. Kattenberg's second one, good as well. Dakota, all 7 of her points now here in the second quarter. Lamb inbounds to Johnson. Johnson trapped by Kattenberg and Raby. Johnson looking, bounce pass ahead to Allison. Ball's up for grabs, and a fight for the basketball is on as Ashlyn Long got her hands on it, along with Daisha Allison, and will remain Lady Plainsmen basketball. 36.5 seconds left to go, and the Lady Red lead 23-16 here in the first half. Johnson brings it up the court to Creer, left wing. She dribbles out front, hands it off to Allison, and a foul going to be called here on the Lady Red. Their 6th team foul, and the first on Miley Raby. So Lamb will inbound for the Lady Plainsmen. 23-16, the Smith Center Lady Red lead. Allison has it. Tipped through the hands of Lamb. She tracks it down before it goes backcourt. Lamb pushed off, didn't get a foul called on her. The Redmond faithful not happy. Coach Lynn not happy. And now they're going to call a foul on Dakota Kattenberg. Her first personal foul, 7th Lady Red team foul. Coach Lynn is still trying to beg with the ref, asking why he didn't call that foul when Lamb pushed off. As back in is Savannah Booker. Liberty Booker going to take a seat with 12.3 seconds left. Lady Red on a 9-0 run since they trailed 16-14. And now, looks like Allison got the Lady Plainsmen back on the board. Ends the 9-0 run the Lady Red were on. Now 23-17 is Allison's second one, good as well. Her second point of the ball game. 12.3 seconds left. The clock never got started here, so we're going to down to 9.6 seconds. So we get started here with 9.6 seconds left to go in the half, and the Lady Red up 23-18. Kirchhoff into Hutchinson. Hutchinson back to Kirchhoff, right wing. Back out front to Hutchinson. Back to Kirchhoff. Inside for Kattenberg. Touch pass to Long. Long right corner. Long two. Good! And that's how the first half ends. The Lady Red lead 25-18. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back with the halftime recap right after this as you're listening to Lady Red Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165, this is Center Redmen Channel. We'll be right back.
Smith Center Lady Red lead 25-18 over the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. Both teams scoring 9 points in the first quarter. The Lady Red then outscored the Lady Plainsmen 16-9 in the second quarter. And again, lead here at halftime 25-18. For the Lady Plainsmen, 10 points for Liberty Booker, 6 for J.L. Johnson, and 2 for Dacia Allison. Looking at the other stats for the Lady Plainsmen, again, of course, all stats unofficial here. But for the Lady Plainsmen, 1 rebound, 1 steal for Savannah Peacher, 1 rebound for Carly Creer, 1 assist for Macy Lamb, 1 assist for Dacia Allison, 1 rebound, 1 steal, 2 assists, and a block for J.L. Johnson, 5 rebounds and 3 steals for Liberty Booker. Unofficially, 16 turnovers in the first half for the Lady Plainsmen. For the Lady Red, 2 points for Gracie Kirchhoff, 2 points for Miley Rady, 5 points for Ashlyn Long, 2 points for Gracie Parsons, 7 for Dakota Kattenberg, and 6 for Talon Rensler. For the Lady Red, 1 rebound, 2 steals for Gracie Kirchhoff, 1 steal for Miley Rady, 3 rebounds for Ashlyn Long, 4 steals, 1 assist for Gracie Parsons, 2 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 assists for Dakota Kattenberg, 1 rebound, 2 steals, and an assist for Cameron Hutchinson, 2 rebounds and a steal for Talon Rensler. Unofficially in that first half, 8 turnovers for the Lady Red. Again, Smith Center leads at halftime here in the girls varsity matchup, 25-18. You're listening to Lady Red basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web. Welcome back at halftime. The Smith Center Lady Red lead the Oakley Lady Plainsmen 25-18. Taking a look at the other games going on in the area tonight in the Mid-Continent League. It's Ellenwood at Ellis. Hill City is at Hoxie. Norton is at Russell. Phillipsburg at Plainville. Stockton is at TNT. And Decatur Community is at Trego. In the Northern Plains League, Chase is at Lakeside. Lincoln at Wilson. Tacoma at Logan Palco. Osborne at Pescott. Putt Valley at Sylvan Lucas, and St. John's Tipton at Southern Cloud. In the Western Kansas Liberty League, Northern Valley's at Wheatland Grinnell, Weston's at Tri-Plains Brewster, and Golden Plains is at Western Plains Healy. In the Northwest Kansas League, Hitchcock County, Nebraska is at Rollins County, Dighton is at Wallace County, Greeley County is at Quinter. In the North Central Activities Association, Lloyd at Ellsworth, Minneapolis at Sacred Heart, Hillsboro at Southeast Saline. In the Western Athletic Conference, Garden City is at Life Prep Academy, Emporia at Bay Bend, and Hayes is at Liberal. In the Great West, Colby is at Scott City, Holcomb at Goodland, Cimarron at Hugoton, and Southwestern Heights at Ulysses. And in the Central Prairie League, Havens at Central Plains, Otis Bison at La Crosse, Stafford at Maxville, and St. John is at Heston. That's a look at your other games going on around the area tonight. Again, We'll have a full rundown of all those games coming up on our scoreboard from 10 to 11. But right now, we'll take our final timeout when we come back to the second half of this one as Smith Center leads at halftime 25-18. You're listening to Lady Red Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web. Okay. Yes, please. And welcome back to Stoddard Family Court inside Smith Center High School. Lady Red basketball to start this third quarter. Raby puts up the left wing three. It's off the back of the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound is on. Still fighting for it, and jump ball going to be called. So the Lady Plainsmen now have possession of the basketball. Lady Red lead 25-18. Full court pressure by the Lady Red. As it is Hutchinson, Kattenberg, Long, Raby, and Rentschler for the Lady Red. The Lady Plainsmen have it. Mildenberger along with Lamb, Johnson, Allison, and Booker for the Lady Plainsmen. Lady Plainsmen have to try to get it across the timeline before they get another 10-second call as Mildenberger just gets it across, and then a foul going to be called on Kattenberg. Her first personal foul, first Lady Red team foul.
3 to Dakota Kattenberg, second personal, first team foul.
7:27 left to go here in this third quarter. The Lady Red lead 25-18. Lady Plainsmen with the basketball. Johnson has it between the circles. Looking, now gives it to Mildenberger, left wing. Mildenberger dribbles back out between the circles, picks up her dribble to Johnson, left wing. They leave her open for three. This time she can't make him pay. Rebound tracked down to the backside by Miley Raby. Miley leads the break now, slows up, lets everybody pass her, gives it to Hutchinson right side. Out front to Raby, down to the left corner. Kattenberg will put up the three. This one off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound tracked down by Hutchinson. Hutchinson to Raby, back to Hutchinson, right wing, down to the right corner to Rentschler. Backside pass to Raby, down to the left baseline to Kattenberg, inside for Long, stolen away by Booker. Booker slows up, hands it off to Johnson. And Johnson now to Booker, back to Johnson. 6:35 left to go in the third quarter. 25-18. Smith Center leads the Oakley Lady Plainsmen here in the girls varsity matchup. Johnson directs traffic as she dribbles out front, drives down to the left elbow, kicks out Mildenberger. Left corner, long three, good. Mildenberger gets her first points of the ball game, and it's now a 4-point Lady Red lead. 25-21, 6:13 left to go in the third quarter. Hutchinson to Raby. Miley tries to answer to three, cannot. That one's off. Back at the iron, rebound, fought for. Long saves it in. And to Rentschler, now to Raby. Long back to Rentschler. Talon puts up the three. No good. Just off the back of the iron. Rebounded by Hutchinson. Back to Kattenberg. Left corner. Inside for Long. Ashland left block off. No good. Rebounded by Rentschler. Hutchinson now out front between the circles to Raby right wing. Out front to Hutchinson. Down to the corner. Left corner to Kattenberg. Skip pass to Raby right wing. Down to the right corner to Rentschler. Talon's going to drive baseline. Kicks it. Back out to Raby. Raby for three. That one no good. Rebound put back by Rentschler. No good. Fighting for the rebound now. Foul going to be called, and it's going to be on the Lady Plainsmen. This will be their first team foul. Foul's on J.L. Johnson, her second.
Second personal, first team foul.
25-21. The Smith Center Lady Red lead by 4. Long puts up the long two. That one just short, no good. And she gets her own rebound. Ashland's got 5. Now they get it to Rentschler underneath. Talon couldn't get it to fall. And now we're going to have a jump ball called. And it's going to be Lady Red basketball. 25-21, a 4-point Lady Red lead. A 5:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Kattenberg inbounds to Hutchinson. Hutchinson out front, now to Long. Back to Hutchinson between the circles. They swing it around to Long, back to Raby. Underneath for Rentschler, tipped out by Booker and stolen away by Allison. Allison leads the break down to the left corner to Johnson. Johnson drives in. Her shot is up, no good. Rebound tracked down by Hutchinson. And then a foul going to be called here. Fouls on J.L. Johnson, her third personal, second Lady Plainsman team foul. Gracie Parsons comes into the ball game. Miley Raby going to take a seat. 4-point lead for the Smith Center Lady Red at 25-21 over the Oakley Lady Plainsmen. 4:56 left to go here in the third quarter of this girls varsity matchup. Again, final game before Christmas break for both of these teams. Hutchinson gets it down to Long, back to Hutchinson. Inside for Kattenberg, right block up, and good. What a great look by Hutchinson to find Kattenberg underneath, and now Dakota's got 9. 27-21. Dakota led the Lady Red in scoring after the first half as she scored all 7 of her points in that second quarter. And now a 10-second call on the Lady Plainsmen, unofficially their 17th turnover of the game. 4:29 left to go in the third quarter, 27-21. The Smith Center Lady Red lead by 6. Parsons inbounds to Hutchinson. Cameron dribbles over the left side. Inside for Long. Long down to the baseline to Rentschler, now to Parsons. And they're going to say Gracie, feet moved just a little quicker than the ball that time, gets called for the travel. Gracie Kierkoff into the ball game for the Lady Red. Cameron Hutchinson going to take the seat. Looks like Macy Lamb takes the seat for the Lady Plainsmen, and Savannah Booker into the ball game for the Lady Plainsmen. 6-point Lady Red lead, 27-21, 4:20 left to go. Rentschler comes away with the steal. Layup is good. Talon's got 8. And the Lady Red lead by 8. Their biggest lead of the ball game, 29-21. 4:09 left to go as Rentschler going to get called for the foul. Her third personal foul, second Lady Red team foul.
Third personal, second team foul.
4:06 left to play here in the third quarter. The Lady Red with their biggest lead of the ball game, 8 points. They lead 29-21. Johnson brings it up for the Lady Plainsmen. Out to Mildenberger, left wing to Booker. Booker. Talon just got called for her 4th personal foul. Third Lady Red team foul. Coach Lynn can't believe this one either. And as Talon's going to have to take a seat for the remainder of the third quarter at least with that 4th foul. Raby comes in, and Coach Lynn wants a timeout.
30-second timeout.
Really just called this timeout to find out why Talon got called for that foul. So we're going to keep this one here as the Lady Red lead 29-21. The Lady Red lead by 8, their biggest lead of the ball game. As taking a look at the scoring here. For the Lady Red, Dakota Kattenberg leads the way with 9 points. 8 points for Talon Rentschler. It's 2 for Gracie Kierkoff, 2 for Miley Raby, 5 for Ashlyn Long, 2 for Gracie Parsons, and 1 for Cameron Hutchinson. For the Lady Plainsmen, 10 points for Liberty Booker, 6 for J.L. Johnson, 2 for Daisha Allison, and 3 for Mackenzie Mildenberger. For the Lady Red, back out on the court after the timeout. Kirchhoff, Parsons, Raby, Long, and Kattenberg for the Lady Plainsmen. It's Mildenberger, Johnson, Bucher, Allison, and Liberty Booker. Allison has it. She picks up her dribble, guarded tightly by Kattenberg. Gets the pass off to Mildenberger. They swing it down to Bucher in the left wing. She'll dribble out front. Now picks up her dribble, looking to pass off. Guarded by Raby. Bucher gets the pass off to Mildenberger. Mildenberger left wing. She dribbles out front, all the way over. Tipped by Parsons, goes out of bounds. And they're going to say Gracie touched it last, so it will remain a Lady Plainsmen basketball. 3:35 left to go here in the third quarter. The Lady Red lead 29-21. Johnson on the dribble, out front to Mildenberger, down to the left wing, goes the basketball to Allison. And now a foul going to be called. And this time they are going to call the foul on the Lady Plainsmen. Mildenberger picks up her third team foul. So almost the same thing that happened in Talon's situation, but instead this time they call the foul on the Lady Plainsmen instead on the Lady Red. As Parsons takes a seat, Hutchinson comes back in. It's Hutchinson, Kirchhoff, Raby, Kattenberg, and Long for the Lady Red as they lead by 8, 29-21, 3:20 left to go in the third quarter. Kirchhoff to Hutchinson, to Raby in the right corner, back to Hutchinson, quickly around to Kirchhoff left side, down to the left baseline to Kattenberg, skip pass to Hutchinson, down to the right corner to Raby. Back to Hutchinson, skip pass to Kattenberg, left block, touch pass to Long, Ashland saves it into Raby, right corner three, no good this time, and a rebound tracked down by the Lady Plainsmen, and going to have a foul called here as Bucher came down with the rebound. Fourth team foul on the Lady Red, and Kattenberg picks up the foul, her third personal foul. 2:58 left to go in the third. The Lady Red lead 29-21. Full court pressure still by the Lady Red. Creer gives it to Johnson. Ahead to Bucher. Backside Booker. Count the basket. She's heading line for an and one. So Ashland Long picks up her first personal foul. Fifth Lady Red team foul. 2:49 left to go here in the third quarter. Lady Red lead by 6, 29-23. Booker at the free throw line, looking for point number 13 in this ball game, and finds it there. So she's got 13 of the 24, and the Lady Plainsmen cut the lead to 5. 29-24, 2:45 left to go. The Lady Red lead the Lady Plainsmen here in Smith Center. Hutchinson has it right side. Looking, letting the offense set up now to Kirchhoff left side. Skip pass to Raby, just over Miley's head, out of bounds. 12th turnover of the ball game by the Lady Red. So the Lady Plainsmen will inbound. Full court pressure by the Lady Red. Bucher looking, gets it into Johnson. Johnson working against Kirchhoff. Johnson crosses over, has to get it across the timeline, does so to Allison in the center circle. She holds on to it, lets everybody get past, now gives it back to Johnson. 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Allison inside for Booker, tipped out by Long and stolen away by Raby. Miley brings it up the court, 2:12 left to go in the third quarter. Lady Red lead by 5, 29-24. Kirchhoff inside for Long. Long has it, and she's going to be fouled. Fourth team foul on the Lady Plainsmen. Fouls on Liberty Booker, her third.
Liberty Booker, third personal, fourth team foul.
2:04 left to go in the third quarter, 29-24. The Lady Red lead the Lady Plainsmen by 5. Hutchinson has it around to Kirchhoff, right wing, out front to Hutchinson. Hutchinson looks in, now to Kirchhoff, right wing. Back to Hutchinson, left side. Skip pass to Kattenberg down to the right block, and Dakota loses it off of her foot, out of bounds. Unofficially 13th turnover of the ball game by the Lady Red. 29-24, the Lady Red lead by 5 with 1:51 left to go here in the third quarter. Allison has it to Johnson. Johnson working to get across the timeline, ahead to Allison. Allison lets the Lady Red defense get by her. Now goes down, gives it to Creer, tipped out, and ball goes out of bounds. The last touch by the Lady Plainsmen. Unofficially 20th turnover of the ball game for the Oakley Lady Plainsmen with 1:35 left to go here in the third quarter. So Lady Red basketball. Lady Red with it as Booker comes away with her fifth steal of the ball game. Booker hands it off to Johnson. Johnson with 1:20 left to go in the third quarter. Back to Booker. Back to Johnson left side. They look inside for Booker instead. Give it to Creer. Creer back to Johnson left side. She's on the dribble working against Kirchhoff. Tries to split the defense. Stolen away by Miley Raby. Her third steal of the ball game. Raby ahead to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff back to Raby right wing. Miley drives inside. Shot is up and no good, but she'll head to the free throw line as that's the 15th foul on the Lady Plainsmen. Fouls on Allison, her first personal foul. So Miley heads to the free throw line. Has just 2 points in this ball game. Those came back in the first quarter. It's on its way. It's good on the first one. She's now got 3 points. So, second one for Raby on its way. No good this time. Rebound tracked down by Ashlyn Long. Put back is no good. Then rebounded by Booker. And she gets called for the travel. .51 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 30-24. The Oakley Lady Plainsmen to lead the Smith Center Lady Red. Kattenberg to inbound. Gets it in too long. Ashlyn puts up the 15-footer. No good. Gets her own rebound. Kattenberg underneath the basket. Now to Hutchinson. Back to Kattenberg left corner. Kattenberg drives in. Left block off the glass and good. Dakota's got 11 and the Lady Red lead 32-24. And now Miley going to get called for a foul. Raby's second personal foul. 6th Lady Red team foul.
Second personal, 16 foul.
32.6 seconds left to go in the third. 32-24. The Smith Center Lady Red lead here in the third quarter. Lady Plainsmen basketball. Full court pressure by the Lady Red. Johnson gets the inbounds pass. Picks up her dribble now, looking to pass off. Looking, tipped by Raby. And they're going to say last touch by Raby. So the ball continues to be with the Lady Plainsmen. 25.9 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. The Smith Center Lady Red lead at 32-24. Booker inbounds to Johnson. Johnson works in the backcourt. Finally gets it across to Creer, left side. Creer on the dribble, working against Raby. Bounce pass to Allison, out front, top of the key. Allison on the dribble, hands it off to Booker. Booker picks up her dribble between the circles, 6 seconds left. Now to Creer, inside for Booker. Booker underneath the basket, and Long going to get called for the foul. Her second personal foul. 7th Lady Red team foul, and Booker will head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 with 1.5 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. So Booker at the free throw line looking for point number 14 as she's already got 13 of the 24. As the Lady Red lead 32-24. Booker's first in the 1-on-1, no good. Rebound tracked down by Kattenberg. And that's how the third quarter ends. The Lady Red lead 32-24. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of action right after this as you're listening to Lady Red Basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And our next check, channel 165. And the Smith Center Red Men YouTube channel. Some of our sponsors are Joe and Betty Beffert Farms, Dave and Susie Hudson, artists Kattenberg, Greg, and Deborah Frank. Thank you, Deborah, for keeping things straight there with our sponsor list and all the other things you do, and along with Wanda Dietz. Greg and Tamara Frank, Gerald and Jenna McClare. Thank you, Buck Snowshack, Donna Dutz, Tom and Carol Stewart, Ron and Pat Griffith, Ron and Teresa Rentschler, Carol Ruth Curtis Living Trust, Joyce Jones, 3rd Street Design, Kathy McCary there for all your design and modifications and pretty darn neat stuff. P&G Computers, Greg and Peggy Hobum, and James and Carol Wolf, Bob and Wanda Dietz, Bob and Cindy Wagner, Jim Kirshner, The People's Make, Laura Burgess, Perry and Ken Disbin and family, Cecil and Jerry Lambert, Marilyn Lytle, Michael and Donald Weltmer, Marilyn Sear, Dave and Denise Kettenberg and Dakota, Dominic, Tim and Dana, Wutmer, Duckland, Drake, Darius, Davey, Dennis and Kathy Henson, and Michael and Diana Rice. Thank you.
Booker, Johnson, and Booker for the Lady Plainsmen. Raby, Kirchhoff, Kattenberg, Hutchinson, and Long for the Lady Red. Booker picks up her dribble, looking to pass off. Great defensive pressure that time by Raby. Gets the pass off, now to Johnson. Johnson going to drive down to the left baseline, and a foul going to be called on Gracie Kirchhoff, her second personal foul, 8th Lady Red team foul.
Fouls on number 12, Gracie Kirchhoff.
So that sends J.L. Johnson to the free throw line. She'll shoot 1-1 here. Looking for her 7th point of the ball game. This will be her first attempt from the free throw line with 7:39 left to go in the ball game. It's on its way and no good on the first. Rebounded by Ashlyn Long, her 8th rebound of the ball game. They get it ahead to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff's layup is good. 10-point lead, the biggest of the ball game for the Lady Red. Well, for either team, as this 10-point margin is Lady Red lead, 34-24. Allison across the timeline, all the way down to the right baseline, picks up her dribble in the corner, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson now in the right corner, picks up her dribble there to Booker. Booker inside for Booker. Booker turnaround shot, no good. Rebound and a foul going to be called. This is going to be on J.L. Johnson, her 4th personal. 6th Lady Plainsmen team foul, as Johnson tried to use her height, as well, according to the program anyway, has a 4-inch advantage over Cameron Hutchinson, but Cameron had the advantage that time, and Johnson gets called for over the back. 10-point lead for the Lady Red, 34-24. 6:55 left to go in the ball game. Hutchinson down to the right corner to Raby, back to Hutchinson. Skip pass to Kattenberg in the left corner. Skip pass back to Raby, right corner, back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson looking, now back to Raby in the right corner. She'll drive in, picks up her dribble as Booker cut her off. Back to Hutchinson, now to Raby in the right corner. Back out front to Hutchinson. They swing around to Kirchhoff left side. Back to Hutchinson right side. Inside for Long. Long back out to Hutchinson. Back to Kirchhoff left wing. Inside for Kattenberg, just out of Dakota's reach. And the 15th turnover unofficially for the Lady Red in this ball game, as they lead by 10, 34-24. 6:25 left to go in this 4th quarter. Johnson has it, looking to pass off, trapped by Kirchhoff and Hutchinson. Now to Creer. Creer gets it back to Johnson. Johnson quickly, and there's a 10-second call. The 3rd time the Lady Red have forced a 10-second call, as the Lady Plainsmen haven't been able to get it across the timeline. And the other times that they haven't forced a 10-second call, it's got to have been at 7, 8, maybe even 9 seconds a couple different times, as the Lady Red, a full court pressure, working well for them in this ball game. The Lady Red with the basketball. Inside for Long at the right block. Kicks it back out to Raby. Quickly around to Hutchinson. Now to Kirchhoff left wing. Gracie skip pass to Raby in the right corner. Raby on the dribble up to the right wing. Back out front. Top of the key to Hutchinson. To the left wing to Kirchhoff. Bounce pass to Kattenberg. She's going to drive baseline. And she's going to get called for the travel. Unofficially 16th turnover of the game for the Lady Red. 5:46 left to go here in this ball game. The Lady Red lead by 10. Creer tracks down the basketball, now to Johnson. Johnson tries to get up the sideline. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kirchhoff. So the ball will remain with the Lady Plainsmen. Booker to inbound. Lady Plainsmen trying to cut it in the 10-point. Lady Red lead as Allison jumps off at the right wing. Looking inside for Booker. Booker's turnaround shot. Count the basket. She's headed for the line for an and one. Liberty's got 15. 9 fouls on the Lady Red. And the 3rd on Ashlyn Long. 5.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. The Lady Plainsmen cutting in the lead. It's now 34-26. Booker trying to find point number 16. Can there. Hits her and one attempt. She's got 16 of the 27, and the Lady Red now lead 34-27. Under 5.5 to play here in the ball game. Raby, left corner, out front to Hutchinson. They swing around to Kirchhoff, right wing. Back to Hutchinson, to Raby, left corner. Miley on the dribble, now to Hutchinson. Hutchinson back to Kirchhoff, right wing. They look inside, now to Hutchinson. Inside for Kattenberg, quickly out to Kirchhoff. Gracie's three's on its way, and good! as that ball hit the back of the iron, went straight up in the air and fell right back in, and the Lady Red now lead by 10 again, 37-27. A timeout called. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Lady Red basketball on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on next Truck Channel 165 and the Smith Center Redmen YouTube channel. Hope you all enjoy what you're watching, and if you'd like to help out, you send money to Smith Center Junior and Senior High School, 300 Roger Way, Smith Center, Kansas, 66967. We'll put your money to good use here. Like this little streamer box and the second camera we have here, just poke at the scoreboard. So a lot of possibilities in the world of video. So we'll just see what we can do to make good things happen with the money you all contribute. I really appreciate your consideration and helping us out here. I'd like to thank Terry Long for doing the camera work here, and Jesse Ray for doing this play-by-play. So go Lady Red.
Kirchhoff, she now has 7 points, and it is Long, along with Hutchinson, Kattenberg, Kirchhoff, and Raby for the Lady Red. Johnson, Bucher, along with Creer, Allison, and Booker for the Lady Plainsmen. The Lady Plainsmen doing a nice job breaking the press that time. Got it across the timeline quickly. Bucher with an out front, hands it off to Allison between the circles. 4:50 and counting left to go in the ball game. Johnson going to drive in, and a foul called on the Lady Red. That's their 10th team foul. Foul is on Gracie Kirchhoff, her third personal foul. And J.L. Johnson heads to the free throw line. She's 0-1 from the line in this ball game. She'll be shooting 2 here. So that is again the 10th team foul on the Lady Red. Johnson's first one on its way, and good. She now has 7 points. And that cuts the Lady Red lead down to 9, 37-28. Johnson again trying to cut in the Lady Red lead, and cannot with the second one. Rebound tracked down by Kattenberg, her 4th rebound. Hutchinson now has it. Out front between the circles. Hutchinson to the right side to Kirchhoff. Back to Hutchinson left wing. Cameron thought about the 3, didn't take it. Now to Kirchhoff to Hutchinson. Down to the left corner to Raby. Back to Hutchinson left side. Looking in. Can't get it to anybody. Now to Raby left corner. Miley drives into Hutchinson to Kirchhoff right wing. Kirchhoff back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson down to the right baseline to Long. She'll put up the 18-foot jumper. No good. Rebound tracked down by Booker. Booker tries to lead the break, does so up the right sideline, all the way down to the right wing. Picks up her dribble now to Allison. Swings it around to Creer, down to the right corner to Booker. Back out front to Johnson. To Creer. Back around to Allison. Johnson top of the key with it. Looking to pass, now drives in, kicks it out to Creer through her legs. Out of bounds. Lady Red basketball as Talon Richler comes back in. Dakota Kattenberg going to take a seat. 3:44 left to go in the ball game. Talon's got to be careful, though, as she does have 4 fouls in this one. 37-28, the Smith Center Lady Red lead by 9 with 3:40 left to go. Richler has it out to Raby. Raby back out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson dribbles down to the right wing to Raby, out front, around to Kirchhoff, down to the left baseline to Rentschler. Talon drives in, off the glass and good. Talon's got 10. She joins Dakota Kattenberg in double digits, and the Lady Red now lead by 11, 39-28, their biggest lead of the game. Bucher to Johnson. Johnson again trying to break the end. There it is, the 4th time the Lady Red called the Lady Plainsmen on the 10-second call. And the Lady Red will now inbound in front of their fans over on the far side of the court. That's Hutchinson that'll inbound. 4th time the Lady Red have forced that 10-second call. Kirchhoff has it out front now to Hutchinson. Hutchinson on the dribble between the circles. Bounce pass to Rentschler. Backside pass to Raby. Right wing 3's on its way. That one no good. Rebound fought for. And going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Liberty Booker. And it's Lady Red basketball as Gracie Parsons comes into the ball game. Gracie Kirchhoff going to take a seat. 2:57 left to go. And Dakota Kattenberg going to come in. And Miley Raby going to take a seat. 2:57 left to go here in the ball game. The Lady Red lead by 11, 39-28. Kattenberg will inbound for the Lady Red. Does so to Long. Long. Bounce pass back to Kattenberg between the circles to Hutchinson. Cameron calls out the offense for the Lady Red, lets things get set up here. Picks up her dribble, top of the key to Parsons. Now to Long, underneath for Rentschler. Talon, right block, no good. And rebound fought for J.L. Johnson comes away with it. Johnson to Booker. Back to Johnson. Johnson across the timeline, 2.5 to go. They get it to Allison in the right corner. To Creer. Back around to Booker. Booker. Just getting the pass off before the travel, but threw it out of bounds anyway. And it is going to be a Lady Red basketball with 2:19 left to go. And the Lady Red leading 39 to 28. By far the lowest scoring game of the year for the Lady Red. In 3 of their games, they've been 72 plus. Parsons has it inside, and she'll be fouled. 17th on the Lady Plainsmen, and the 3rd on Carly Creer.
Third personal, 17.
So Gracie Parsons heads to the free throw line. She's 2 of 4 from the line in this ball game. Those came back in the second quarter. So Parsons' first one's on the way. Good. She's now got 3 points. Kirchhoff comes back in. Hutchinson going to take a seat. Raby comes back in. And Long going to take a seat. 2:07 left to play here in the fourth quarter. The Lady Red now lead 40 to 28. As Parsons trying to extend that lead and does so with the second. Gracie's now got 4. And the Lady Red lead 41 to 28. 2:07 left to play here in the ball game. Johnson gets it back to Booker, ahead to Creer. Creer up the sideline, picks up her dribble in the corner. Now passes it back to Booker, ahead to Johnson. Johnson to Allison, underneath for Booker. Stolen away by Gracie Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff showing that speed that she showed in track last season. As well, now the pass for Parsons going out of bounds, and it will be a Lady Plainsman basketball. As all of a sudden Gracie Kirchhoff on that steal came out of nowhere and got that steal. As Hutchinson comes back in, Kirchhoff going to take a seat. 41 to 28, the Lady Red lead the Lady Plainsmen. The minute 47 left to go in the ball game. Johnson pushes it up the court, picks up her dribble, now looking to pass off, gives it to Creer. Creer back to Johnson. Johnson has to get it across the timeline. Still looking. Now bounce pass ahead to Allison. Allison drives all the way in. Left block off the glass too hard. No good. Put back by Booker. She'll head to the free throw line. Foul is on Gracie Parsons. Her first personal foul. So Liberty Booker has 16 of the 28 for the Lady Plainsmen. Looking for point number 17 here, trying to cut in the Lady Red lead with 1.5 left to play in the ball game. Does so on the first one. She now has 17. The Lady Red lead 41 to 29. Booker hits them both. She's got 18. Hutchinson now back out front to Raby. Back off at 2. Hutchinson goes to basketball. Inside for Rentschler, back to Raby. They swing it around to Parsons, left wing. Inside for Kattenberg. Jumper in the paint, no good. It's just off. Rebounded by Liberty Booker. That's her 9th. Now to Johnson with 1:03 left to go in the ball game. The Lady Red lead by 11, 41 to 30. Booker back to Johnson. Johnson back to Allison out front between the circles. Inside for Booker, stolen away by Rentschler. Ahead to Hutchinson, now to Raby, to Kattenberg. Kattenberg right block, and jump ball going to be called. Lady Red basketball though. 43.1 seconds left to go. End of the ball game is Mildenberger, Lamb, and Justice Booker. Booker, Johnson, and Liberty Booker all take a seat. 43.1 seconds left to go. Rentschler, inbound shot is good. Talon's got 12, and the Lady Red lead by 13, 43 to 30. 35 seconds left to go in the ball game. Booker, that's Justice Booker, picks up her dribble. Ball tipped and stolen away by Parsons. And she'll head to the free throw line. Justice Booker picks up her first personal, 8th Lady Plainsmen team foul.
To the line to shoot 2, Gracie Parsons.
So the Lady Red lead 43 to 30. Parsons at the free throw line. First one is good. Gracie's now got 5, all from the free throw line. 44-30, the Lady Red lead. 26 seconds left to play. Parsons' second one, no good. Rebound tracked down by Allison. Mildenberger has it between the circles. Now to Justice Booker. Inside for Lamb. Blocked. And then goes out of bounds by the Lady, off of the Lady Red. Not sure which one got that block, but Parsons and Rinchler both there that time for the Lady Red. 10.8 seconds left to go, and the Lady Red lead by 14, 44-30. Mildenberger will inbound underneath her own basket. Ball tipped and stolen away by the Lady Red. Hutchinson has it. 5 seconds left. Picks up her dribble, and that's going to do it. The Lady Red are going to win the ball game, 44-30. We'll take a timeout here, come back, wrap up this one for you as you're listening to Lady Red Basketball on KQMA on the World Wide Web.
And on Next Tech Channel 165, and the Smith Center Red Men YouTube channel. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm Alan Donovan. We'll be starting up the boys game here shortly.